Clearly, these guys are the ones reporting to the scene.
Yes, we're leaving.
So you're kind of handling the scene. So I would come up to you to say, hey, is everything okay?
Well, instead of putting my attention over there where it should be, I have to come over here and deal with you.
Well, I'm sorry, you've got ADD and you see someone by your little car and you need to go. What are you doing? Just a simple, hey, what's up? Can I help you?
Inside of our vehicles. That's what I asked you.
To see if someone was in there so I can knock and say, hey, can I talk to you?
Perfect. And that was the end of my question.
Then why didn't you just let me answer that and let it be?
I did let you answer that.
Okay.
I just said that
I disagree.
All the calls I've been on.
And the recording will disagree.
That's fine. That's
okay.
This has been recording the entire time.
Good.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abaya Israel, former police officer, former sheriff deputy. Today we're taking a look at the Blue Springs, Missouri Police Department. We're going to take a look at a video that was sent in by a subscriber who had an encounter with a police officer who actually admitted what I stated in this video, that police are trained to think the worst, which creates a us versus you mentality. You don't see it in this video, but the police officer runs over all frantic asking the citizen, why are you next to my vehicle? The point that the citizen was trying to make is, hey guy, calm down. Just simply ask me and I'll tell you what's going on. There's no need to approach a citizen that way. I won't do a lot of talking. It's not a whole lot to break down in this video, but I really just want to show you the thought process behind the actions of a lot of police officers. Again, this cop is going to admit, police are always thinking the worst. Why? Because that's the way police officers are trained. Let's check out this video.
What's your, right here? There's a lot of right here's in your family.
That's right here.
What's your name and badge number?
I'm not answering your questions. I'm not answering your questions. I'm not answering your questions.
Is it not your policy to identify yourself to public?
Might be, but what do you need?
So how do you respect a cop who tells you plainly that, yeah, my policy may say that, but what do you need? He's not going to obey the policy, and he's definitely not going to obey the law.
I've got the policy right here in my house. Maybe we should go look it up.
Go ahead. I'll be right here when you're done.
All right, what is it right here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going through eye issues right now. Can you identify? I can't read that.
Yeah, my name is Officer Perry.
Badge number.
We don't have badge numbers.
What's your ID number?
2412.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. What's your name?
Don't worry about it.
All right. Now, while you're recording, would you like to tell everyone why you're next to our police cars?
Okay, are you gonna let me finish answering?
Yeah.
Because I've got police.
You've got an ambulance.
I've got lights and sirens in my driveway. I've got lights and sirens in my driveway.
Okay.
I come out to fire trucks, police, ambulances. So I see 2 vehicles over here, now 3. So I want to come over. Maybe someone's in these cars because I see firemen going over there. So I'm just going to go to the police officers and see, hey, is everything okay? Mm-hmm. And then I got you coming up all attitude. What are you doing to my car?
No, I just asked why you were looking in our vehicle.
And I answered that. I tried to answer that. That's a reasonable answer, right?
Maybe we're good. No, actually, I don't think it's reasonable.
You don't? Well, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I mean maybe other people. Thank you. Yeah.
So, any other questions?
No questions.
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
No problem.
All right.
So this is what you choose to do with your Saturday night? Would you like me to ask the fire department to move the ambulance? Is that what you're upset about?
Nope. No, not at all. I even told the guy, hey, do what you got to do as long as you're not here for my house. That's what I told the guy. Because he got a job to do.
So do we. That's why we're here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I came over to see, hey, is someone not directly... You know, I've done law enforcement before, so I can see. I've been law enforcement before. I've done federal corrections and county corrections.
Okay.
7 years.
Right.
I've never been a street cop, but I know what your guys' job entails.
Okay.
I can see clearly these guys are the ones reporting to the scene.
Yes, we're leaving.
So you're kind of handling the scene. So I would come up to you to say, hey, is everything okay?
Well, instead of putting my attention over there where it should be, I have to come over here and deal with you.
Well, I'm sorry, you've got ADD and you see someone by your little car and you need to go. What are you doing? Just a simple, hey, what's up? Can I help you?
Inside of our vehicles. That's what I asked you.
To see if someone was in there so I can knock and say, hey, can I talk to
Perfect. And that was the end of my question.
Then why didn't you just let me answer that and let it be?
I did let you answer that.
Okay.
I just said that
I disagree.
all the calls I've been on.
And the recording will disagree.
That's fine. That's
okay.
This has been recording the entire time.
Good.
So, and so are the cars.
Awesome. And so is my house.
Perfect. Hopefully you can catch all the audio and video that you need. just find it weird that you have an ambulance in your driveway.
Mhm.
You see firefighters.
Yep.
You surpass the firefighters and the ambulance to walk the 2 police cars.
Because your guys are the vehicles without lights on. So clearly you're not here for the emergency situation. Use common sense, man. Come on.
Yeah, we are.
Just
because
walk
we don't have
away.
lights on doesn't mean
Walk
we
away.
don't.
Just put your ego away and walk away.
I'm perfectly fine. I'm going to
Okay.
stand here all night.
Well, then clearly you're not busy.
I'm doing my job as a police officer.
Okay.
Keeping problems out of the scene.
Annoying me. Just please walk away.
You walked from your house over to me.
Yeah,
to my cars.
Yeah, to try and ask a question. Now you've kind of annoyed me, and clearly, if you want me to leave, then walk
Feeling is
away.
mutual.
If you want me to leave, walk away.
I need you to get away from this. That's all I need. If you want to
No, you want me to get away from this.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Just
walk away. Just walk away.
Police cars too, so.
So, what? What's wrong with me being next to your vehicle?
Trying to steal something out of it, maybe. I don't know.
Why is that always the first thing that comes to your mind?
Because we're police officers, we always have to think worst case scenario. Because we're police officers, we always have to think worst case scenario. Because we're police officers, we always have to think worst case scenario. Because we're police officers, we always have to think worst case scenario.
Now, for all of you who watched the video when I explained to you what I was taught in the academy, this video, one of the things I told you was that it was embedded into our minds that it's us against you. I'm just so surprised that right here we have a police officer who actually admits it. We always have to think worst case scenario. Again, we were not trained heavily in the Constitution, but defensive tactics. This is the primary reason when you encounter different police officers, it's always a hostile situation.
No, you guys are
yes,
trained to
yes,
think
we do.
worst case scenario.
So there you go, you just answered your own question.
No. So you're saying all cops are like you? I doubt this guy is. He's probably pretty nice.
I'm sure he thinks worst case scenario too.
If you see someone over by a vehicle, you're gonna come over and
I was
ask.
curious what you were doing too.
But how are you gonna approach me? Are you gonna be like, hey, what's going on, or what are you doing? No, come on.
No, because
There's being a dick and there's being
you can
polite.
clearly see the fire truck here and all the people over there. And
Yeah,
you
so
walk
I
over
come
here.
over to the vehicles without the lights on. That's common sense.
We don't just drive over here for fun, man.
95% of the time, nobody comes over to our cars in this situation.
No.
Well,
They hang back.
Well,
and
that's
they
well then.
start turning lights off,
Then
and
there,
they ask.
well, then there's that 5 and 10%, and maybe you don't act like a whenever that happens.
Sure. Or,
We're a little
maybe
more
you
heightened.
take your own advice and do the same thing. Like, hey, I can see where this looks from.
I asked you to walk away. You're the one choosing
I
to
don't
still
need
be
to walk
here.
away.
Then why are you sitting here saying I'm choosing to do this?
'Cause you
I'm
won't.
telling you to please walk away.
I'm not going to.
Okay, then you're choosing to sit here and talk. I've asked you to leave
Next
me
to my
alone.
Police car, you're right.
Please talk. Please stop talking to me.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to stay in here, we might as well talk.
Why are you? Okay.
Or you can go in your house and continue on about your day and mind your
Well, I
business.
can do what I want, and you can leave me alone.
Absolutely. That's-
Please stop harassing me.
I'm not
I feel
harassing you.
harassed now. Please
You know,
leave me alone.
My police car.
Please leave me alone.
Man, this guy has nothing to do. Okay, so you live right there where the ambulance is.
Dude, I've been doing a story on your guys' police department,
That's great, man.
and I had nothing but great things to say about your chief of police.
He's a great chief.
He honestly, he really is, but he needs to have a talk with some of the people that works for him.
I agree, and we've had talks. But I'm telling you, and this officer's telling you, so I don't know if it's the police department or if it's you that has the twisted outlook of, yeah, I'm concerned when there's all these emergency vehicles, you walk up to the 2 police cars and look inside of them.
So see if there's someone there that I can talk to.
You just saw firefighters in your driveway, and you didn't ask them anything.
Because they're responding to an emergency. They got their lights on. You don't. Use common
Okay,
sense,
it's
man.
just 2 blocks away.
Please leave me alone.
I just think that you're
Please leave me alone.
Car, man.
So is there any reason you took note in which house I live in now?
You told me that there was anything to your driveway, sir.
Yeah, I know. So is there any reason where you're like, oh, so that is your house right there? No.
I see the ambulance. I didn't see what house it was in front of.
Okay.
And I asked you if you wanted me to ask them to move it, if it was that big of a deal to you.
Okay. I ain't got no reason to break in, man. It ain't got to be like that.
Who hires these guys? Yeah, the cop wasn't aggressive, but he was very childish. If you're going to be a cop, you have to be professional, which we did not see in this video. Make sure you know your rights. Don't let your rights be violated by these childish police officers. Down below is a link to my free ebook. Make sure you download it. Learn your rights. With that being said, We the People University, signing off.